Hello, my name is Navigator. In today's quick video, we're going to be doing a little review of the Mattel DC Premiere Batmobile and Robin cycle with the Robin figure. But really quick, I did want to show off, I did pick up a new DC UC or DC Universe Classics figure, that being Mary Batson. I heard about her exploits in the DC East story, and I thought she was pretty cool. So Blast from the Past Toys and Comics at the Mohawk Antique Mall in Mohawk, New York had one of her, and I got it for $12 because everything there is 20% off for majority of the summer, so be sure to go check that out. But in today's video, we're looking at, once again at the DC Mattel Premiere Batmobile and Robin cycle. So real quick, let's take a look at the Robin cycle. I did pick up both of these at AAN Collect. AAN Collect as of, well, actually it just ended about 4 minutes ago here. They had a Black Friday and July sale, so 20% off all toys, and they actually did get in the new DC Mattel stuff, so be sure to go check them out, AAN Collect in Washington Mills. But yeah, so I got all this for $60. It was $60 even for the Batmobile and the Robin cycle. The Batmobile I had seen before, and I did want to get it for my DC UC collection, but I also knew that there was a cool feature that comes with it with the Robin cycle, so I wanted to get this as well, and I only ever saw the Robin cycle there at AAN, so I got both in one fell swoop, and here we are. So with that being said, now we can start the review. The first accessory that comes with the Batmobile is going to be this little bat launcher and bat glider. So it has some kind of articulated wings here on the side, as you can see, and this kind of doubles as an accessory you can throw onto the top of the Batmobile there. You can also keep it inside of the Batmobile when we look at that play feature here in a second, and then what this does is it shoots out these little I don't know, discs here. It's really tough to get them back in, and it sounds awful, but that is how you do it. And once again, those are articulated. And another little feature is you can actually plug this into the back of a figure if you wanted to. I'll show you here with Robin. And you can kind of turn this into like a little jetpack glider kind of thing. So there you go. And that's a nice little play feature as well. And since we have them in hand, let's take a look at the Robin figure just to get them out of the way. This is the Robin figure that came with the Robin cycle. See, I got a lot of Batman lore and lingo in my mouth here. But he is really cool. These figures are incredible. For this one was 24 with the Robin cycle, but typically they are like 14 at checkout. The other Robin is kind of the Dick Grayson one, where he's in like the green and the yellow and the red. This is the black, the yellow, and the red, so I'm going to liken this to the Tim Drake Robin. See, I'm all over the place today, but he does have ankles pivots here for his feet, double jointed knees, which is incredible. He can do the splits. You've got some thigh swivel there, as you can see those cuts. Single jointed arms, but there is a lot of ROM there. You get some movement with the wrist. No torso articulation, unfortunately, but there is a pivot there. He has this nice rubber belt where you can plug in accessories on the back. This pretty cheap, it's still a nice little cape here, and then some awesome little deco there on the torso and chest. You can really get a lot of motion going with the arms here. Whole lot of articulation for a great price with these, and then an incredible head sculpt with an incredible ROM as well. I mean, look at that. That's just awesome. So there you go. You got the Tim Drake, as I'm calling it, the Tim Drake Robin. And that's only because they have the normal Robin, which I'm going to liken to Dick Grayson. And then they're also coming out with a Nightwing. And they all, for the most part, have the same head sculpts. But there's no way they can all be Dick Grayson. Why are you going to make 3 Dick Grayson figures? That's just a little crazy. All right, but let's get into the Batmobile. Or actually, we'll do the Robin cycle since we're already looking at Robin. This is pretty clear cut. It's just a normal motorcycle. There's not a whole lot of articulation on the plastic here. All that moves is the back wheel here and the front wheel. And actually, when you move the front wheel, what it does is it spins that chamber there, and I guess it fires the missiles. I believe that's what happens, is as you spin it, they're supposed to fire, but regardless, oh yeah, here we go. And if you spin it yourself, they'll start to pop out of there and fire. So let's see, let's see if we can get this play feature going at all. Let's see, a little bit of room there. Not really a whole lot of room, but you guys get the picture. But there we have the Robin cycle. And don't worry, we're going to be doing something with this in just a second. And it's really the reason I bought this whole thing. So now we can take a look at the Batmobile. And it looks like there's a lot going on here, but there's not. A lot of these are mainly just greebles, especially on the sides here. Like this is all just plastic, these little blaster things here. Nothing happens there. They're actually soft plastic too, which is kind of funny. On the back here, there are some little plugins, and I know with some of the other accessories, like let me grab my Joker here real quick. If I can do it without collapsing my entire collection. Let's see. I did. With the Joker here, you can plug in these little weapons like into the little holes either there, or I think you could probably plug it in up here if you wanted to. You can definitely throw it in on the top. Oh wait, that's the little plug I'm looking for. But all of these figures, the whole thing is it's kind of like Lego, where you can almost interchange all of the different figures and vehicles and everything. But the accessories and the play features with this, and actually here's a quick look at the back. We'll do a nice overview of the entire Batmobile. How about that? Because it looks great. I mean, it just looks awesome. And again, like I said, this is going to be for my DC UC collection, and I just think that it just kind of fits. It's just fairly plain. I know it looks like there's a lot going on, but color-wise, it's just nice and gray. I like that a lot. And of course, the wheels move. They spin on their own. I think what you can do is you can actually attach some of the discs. Let's actually find out here. Let's see. Yeah, you can throw the discs in here just as like storage for them if you want. Let's see if it'll pop in there. Yeah, just like that. So you can throw the extra discs in there if you don't feel like losing them. But the other thing, like I said, you can pop it up there. You can also pop open the top here, and there's an entire space for a figure in there. On this side, there are these little, you can't really see it too well, but there are like little holes in there, so you can really stick like a, here, we'll do the Robin. How about that? We'll throw a Robin in here. But you can see, you can get a whole 6-inch figure in there. If not 2, you could probably fit 2 6-inch figures in there. There's so much room. It's a really great cockpit. You could probably design, but you got some computers there on the sides, which just looks awesome. Nice little dashboard there. And that pops back down. And then finally, we have the main play feature here, which is going to be the integrated hood system. So you press this bat symbol, and I actually had to look up a video because the box, and the whole reason I don't have the box here is because the box is literally just like an ad for the toy. There's basically 0 instructions on how to operate this, but you're supposed to press, because I was prying this thing open, you're supposed to press this symbol here, and when you do that, boom, that whole thing opens up. So like I said, I was prying that open. But now we have this huge space here. And what this is designed for is either A, you can throw the little bat launcher glider thing in here, and there's these little plugs right in the back. You can see them right there. I'll point them out right there and right there. And they plug into the back of the thing there, and you can keep it in there. And then you would just close this up around that little disc launcher. But you can also take the Robin cycle here and slide this in and connect this in the back. And there you go. And it fits, meshes perfectly in right there. You can even, if you wanted to, you can have the figure on the bike and throw him in there. All right, so you guys get the picture there. But then you can also have your Batman and throw him in the cockpit there. So then you got 2 figures. And then I'm not sure if you really can like launch this out, but you can pretty easily just kind of pull it out and have it go on its way if you really wanted to. But this is incredible. I really am a huge fan of the interchangeability of this line. Like, as you guys saw with my Joker review, we had the Jokerized Batman mask and the Jokerized Flash mask and the Robin one too. So you're getting one figure and it has stuff for another or for the vehicle. I really like the direction that this line is going, and I'm so happy that I was able to pick this up. So shout out to AAN for giving me a great price on these. But folks, that's going to be it. Hopefully this was a good comprehensive review of this toy, or toys I should say. Once again, a review of the DC or Mattel DC Premier Batmobile and Robin Cycle. Yeah, that's all I got for you. As always, folks, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.